Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Ritchie. I wanted to just come on quickly to show you how to do this work together spreadsheet if you are absent today or if you need extra help. So we're coming in and taking a look at this payroll spreadsheet, and it's no different than anything that we've worked on in the past, except now we're putting it on a spreadsheet. So any column that's not filled in, we have to put in formulas to figure out some of this information. Overtime pay rate. It's your rate of pay times 1.5. So we're going to put in a formula equals regular pay rate times 1.5. And then you hit enter. Equals D6 times 1.5. You just click right on D6. I'm not going to autofill right now. I want to keep going. Overtime pay rate for Taylor Swift, the next row down, equals, and we're going to click on regular pay rate, D7 times 1.5, enter. I'm going to do that again for Justin Bieber. His overtime pay rate is equals D8 times 1.5, enter. You see a pattern developing. D6 times 1.5, D7 times 1.5, D8 times 1.5. Once you see a pattern developing, it's the same formula, it's just moving down a row. You can hover over this little blue square, it's called your fill handle. You'll get a skinny plus. You just hold on, click, drag to the end, and drop. And it will fill in the formulas for you. We're going to hop over here to double time pay rate. It's your regular pay rate times 2. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put in the formula equals D6 regular pay rate times 2. Enter. We're not going to autofill. I'm going to cross that out. We're going to try this again. Equals regular pay rate D7 times 2. Try it one more time. Equals D8 times 2. Double time is your regular rate of pay times 2. So all these people now have a new rate of pay calculated for any double time hours worked. We're going to take a look at these formulas in our formula bar up here. Equals D6 times 2 equals D7 times 2 equals D8 times 2. We see a pattern developing. It's the same formula. It's just going down a row. When you see a pattern developing, you can grab the fill handle. Just take your cursor, hold it over that blue square, click, hold, and drag to the end, and drop. Regular pay is regular rate of pay times regular hours worked equals regular rate of pay times, that's your asterisk, regular hours worked equals C6 times D6, or equals D6 times C6. It's going to give you the same thing. Regular hours worked times regular pay rate. Enter. We're not going to autofill. Equals D7 times, that's your asterisk, C7. Enter. Equals D8 times C8. It's your regular pay rate times your regular hours worked. When you see a pattern developing, equals D6 times C6 equals D7 times C7 equals D8 times C8. You can go ahead and grab your fill handle and it will fill in the formula for you for the rest. Overtime pay is your overtime hours worked times your overtime pay rate equals overtime pay rate times overtime hours worked equals overtime pay rate times overtime hours worked equals overtime pay rate times overtime hours worked. Let's take a look at our formula in the formula bar. Equals F6 times E6 equals F7 times E7 equals F8 times E8. When you see a pattern developing, you can grab the fill handle and copy that formula all the way down. And drop. Double time pay. It's double time hours worked times double time pay rate equals double time pay rate times double time hours worked equals H6 times G6 equals H7 times G7 equals H8 times G8. Let's take a look at our formula in our formula bar. Equals H6 times G6 equals H7 times G7 equals H8 times G8. When you see a pattern developing, just grab your fill handle, drag, and drop. Gross pay is the sum of all of your three pays: your regular pay, your overtime pay, and your double time pay. Again, every formula starts with an equal sign, and we can just click on equals I6 plus J6 plus K6. Enter. We could do that one more time. Equals I7 plus J7 plus K7 equals I8 plus J8 plus K8. When you see a pattern developing, let's take a look at our formula bar. I6 plus J6 plus K6. I7 plus J7 plus K7. I8 plus J8 plus K8. When you see a pattern developing, you can grab that fill handle and it will copy the formula down for you. Oh, I went too far. I'm going to delete that one. Just click on it and delete. In doing this, I can see that we have a formatting problem here. You can click on the cell and go to Format, Number, Accounting. And that will take care of that. Oh, and it's Verdana size 12. We're going to click on here. We're going to look for Verdana. There's an easier way. I'll just show you the easy way. You want it to look like this. Click on this cell. Grab the Paint Format button. Click on the cell you want it to look like. And done. Okay, now I notice our borders down here got chopped off. So I'm going to select all of row 20. Just row 20. I'm going to come here to what looks like my window pane. It's the borders. You can hover and you'll see bottom border. Click on that. Excellent. A couple more things we have to do. Calculate totals and averages in column C through L. We're going to add up this column. I like to come to my functions button and I start my formula with sum. And it's going to start the formula for me. Calculate the sum of. Equals means calculate in formula language. Calculate the sum of. And I'm going to select all of my regular hours worked. Calculate the sum of C6 to C20. Excellent. Come up here to my functions button. Calculate the sum of D6 to D20. You can check down here. Calculate the sum of D6 to D20. Excellent. Calculate. And there are plenty of ways to add. This is just the way I'm showing you now. If you know a different way to add, be my guest. Calculate the sum of E6 to E20. Let's take a look. Calculate the sum of C6 to C20. Calculate the sum of D6 to D20. Calculate the sum of E6 to E20. When you see a pattern developing, you can grab that fill handle, drag it over and drop. But now we're going to come and click on C22. We're going to put in the averages. We're going to find the average hours worked, average regular pay, average hours overtime worked. Just come up to your functions button, click on average, and you want to find the average regular hours worked. You never want to put your total in your average. Calculate the average of C6 to C20. Enter. Go to my functions button, average. Calculate the average of D6 to D20. Sure, that looks good. Calculate the average E6 to E20. When you see a pattern developing, click and drag. Click your fill handle, drag and drop. The last thing we want to do is make sure our totals and averages are formatted like the column above. So 2 decimal places, no dollar sign because they're hours. Perfect. Regular rate of pay. This is accounting, 2 decimal places. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, right here we need dollar signs. So what we can do is select these two. Format, number, accounting. Perfect. These are hours, so there's no dollar signs. We need dollar signs here. Select those two. Format, number, accounting. You could use your format painter again if you wanted to. We need dollar signs here, 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 and here. You could select them all together. Format, number, accounting. Okay, it's looking great. I have a few more directions that I want to look at down below. Alphabetize all data by last name. When you alphabetize, you select your data only. So you're going to select from A6 to L20. You never take your headings or your totals and averages, just your data only. You select all the data because when you sort by last name, you want the hours and the pay to go with the right person. So now we're going to click on data, sort range by column A to Z. That's ascending order. Click on that, and then you'll see everything gets alphabetized. You notice we have B, B, C, D, D, E, G, etc. Okay, we alphabetize. Perfect. Rename sheet 1 to coffee bean. Double click and type. And color the tab neon green. You can click on this arrow, change color, neon green. All right. This is how you complete Coffee Bean Cafe payroll. This was our work together. And this should help you not only complete this one, but also complete the pizza payroll spreadsheet. Any questions? Shoot me an email. Thanks for watching, guys.